series for the 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. Heavily favored, the undefeated Bojangles. Here they come. And away they go. They're off and pacing off stride Windor. Windor jumped it off on the outside. Borderline Mob. He's going to leave out of there from the inside. Joining them is no waitlist. There's Bojangles just floating to the outside. Third inside. Fourth, Redland Rocket Man. Dax Seelster is going to get away fifth to the opening turn. He's tracked by Illicit Behavior. And resetting but trailing, that's Windor. Into the opening turn, it's Borderline Mobby showing the way, parked out on the outside. The heavy favorite, Bojangles. He'll continue to march forward here from McClure. 28-second tepid opening quarter for the Colts, and it is Bojangles to take over and lead them into the backstretch with Borderline Mobby now on his helmet in second. No waitlist with a seat third. The fourth one is Redland Rocket Man. He's tracked fifth by Dax Seelster. Next to last in sixth is Illicit Behavior, and able to catch up to the group is Trailer Windor. They go by 3/8 single file, and they're chasing the heavy favorite Bojangles. He gets to lead it. He's on top by a length and a quarter. Coming up to the midway point, it's Bojangles over Borderline Mobby and no wait list. Staying in is Redland Rocket Man. Henry the first to commit outside with Dax Seelster. Windor's going to be second over from the back. New Trailer, Illicit Behavior down to the half in just 58 and 3. A piece of cake, half for leader Bojangles. Bojangles, big time advantage with 3/8 of a mile to go. Borderline Mobby in behind him second as McClure looks over his shoulder. Pace is going to begin to quicken here heading to the final turn. Dax Seelster struggling to keep up first over on the outside. Inside of that one is no wait list. Second over fifth, that's Windors. They swing for home. 1:26 and 4. 28 and 1 pick up a speed there, and the sprint is on. And it is Bojangles still leading it. McClure sits chilly. Borderline Mobby angles to the outside to try and chase down this leader, but McClure does not seem worried one bit. It's Bojangles on top, and Bojangles on cruise control. 4 for 4 to begin his career. It's Bojangles scoring the victory over Borderline Mobby. Might have been Redland Rocket Man up for third in 1:52 and 4. They were home in 26. And the sprint is on, and it is Bojangles still leading it. McClure sits chilly. Borderline Mobby angles to the outside to try and chase down this leader, but McClure does not seem worried one bit. It's Bojangles on top, and Bojangles on cruise control. 4 for 4 to begin his career. It's Bojangles scoring the victory over Borderline Mobby. Might have been Redland Rocket Man up for third in 1:52 and 4. They were home in 26. Ninth race winner coming back in front of us after capturing his Ontario Sire Stakes gold and to remain undefeated through his first 4 career starts. It's the 7 Bojangles. 2-year-old bay colt by Cattle Wash is from the Art Major Dam, Mrs. Major Hill. Bred by Tara Hill Stud Limited. Owned by Graham Gray Stables, Kiwi Stables, and Bolton Stables. Dr. Ian Moore trains Bob McClure, the winning driver. 4 for 4 to start the career. Bojangles got easy fractions, and he was on cruise control in 1:52 and 4 to remain undefeated.
Bojangles improves to a perfect 4 for 4 to kick off his young career. Another impressive victory for this colt. I'm here with winning driver Bob McClure, winning trainer Doc Moore. Bob, we're going to start off with you. I mean, you got so much respect there, especially at that second quarter. Were you even concerned about the speed you were going with that slow second quarter?
No, because this guy can sprint probably better than any of them as well. You know, he's probably got more depth. He's got about 100 pounds on every other horse in the race, but he can also just flip it into high gear like something I haven't seen anything like it before, me personally.
You know, how valuable is it for you, though, to get some of these relatively easy miles while still putting forth good efforts, especially leading up to what should be a pretty, or what's expected to be a pretty busy stakes campaign?
Well, you know, I just said to Doc, every race he's had so far has just been a training mile. I haven't even had to test him or try him. He's doing it so easy. So, I mean, obviously the big tell will be when, he gets tired and see what he's got. But he's absolutely incredible. And, he feels like he's got a lot of class. And he's an absolute pleasure to sit behind. He's got a feather of a mouth, a great gait. Yeah, like I say, it's just an absolute pleasure to sit behind every time.
Yeah, just to kind of follow up on that as well. I mean, you've sat behind so many really fast youngsters, but have you sat behind one like this in terms of the maturity level? Because he just seems really mature out there for his age.
No, he's basically, you know, I talk about Poseidon Sealster being my favorite horse of all time just because he's perfect to drive. And this horse reminds me almost like him. He's just waiting for you to tell him what to do, and he's happy just to do it, you know. And you don't really have to ask him to go. You don't have to tell him to slow down. He's just absolutely perfect. It's like driving a robot that's really fast.
You know, speaking of Poseidon Sealster, though, this weekend you're going to be, you know, competing in the Gold Cup and Saucer Final for the first time in your career. How excited are you about that opportunity, especially sitting behind Poseidon in that effort?
Well, it's always fun to go to places like that and race. They're very passionate about it. And, you know, doing it with a horse like him is even better.
All right. Best of luck this weekend. Congrats on this win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in winning trainer Doc Moore again. I know, Doc, you love to see speed. You love to see speed in all quarters. Your thoughts on that second quarter? I mean, he was confident, but what were your thoughts?
Well, I've had some horses beat on fractions like that, I guess, so it's a bit of a concern. But it's interesting that this colt's fastest win was his first race, and all the others have been slower now. So he's obviously garnered some respect from all the other drivers in that kind of a race, I guess. But anyway, like Bobby said, he's on cruise control, and I know that he can turn the switch pretty quick because he does the same thing when I train him at home.
You know, obviously, kind of to touch on what I asked Bob, though, I mean, he's been doing it so easy. I know you like to see horses, you know, go out there and put forth some big efforts and race, but you got to be pretty relieved to see how easy he's doing it, especially given the stakes campaign coming up.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure, that a lot of hard races early tend to not play too well at the end of the season. And as you know, the Breeders' Crown is here this year at Mohawk, so we're obviously hoping to make it that far into October. So some easy miles now are going to play into our hand for that, I think. And you know, the colt wasn't even blowing after. I don't know if you noticed there, but he was pretty cool about the whole thing. And he warmed up super tonight. He's developing a lot of class now on the track. When I go on the track with him, he's just, you know, he's a totally different horse when he's at home, where he wants to play with you a little bit. When he comes here, he's all business and knows what we're here for.
I was talking about with Chad on the pre-show, saying that, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, a colt like this garnered some phone calls for yourself as well as this ownership group. He's caught some attention from the qualifiers. Has your phone been ringing about the potential, you know, new suitors or, you know, added owners?
Yeah, we've had, there's been at least 3 individuals call, and some high quality top people in the sport. They are too. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a deal or not. I obviously don't own part of this one, but they've been talking to Adam Ainspan, who's Graham Gray Stables in Delaware, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. I'm not sure, but we're just enjoying the ride right now, and hopefully it'll keep going for us.
And just lastly, obviously, he gets the job done here in this Gold. What's next for him now coming up?
We'll see how he looks tomorrow morning and how he comes out of this one. With 2-year-olds, I like to go week to week. I do know that he is eligible to the Nassagaweya the following Saturday. We had originally intended not to do that, as you might remember from one of the earlier interviews, because we were counting on 2 races at Grand River. So now the fact that there was only the one no elimination, one final at Grand River, that's opened up another spot, which is still going to put us around 10 starts for the year. So we'll see how he comes out of this one, and I'll talk to the ownership group, and we'll decide whether we'll do Nassagaweya or wait for the next Gold.
We're looking forward to watching his continued success as well, and best of luck to you Saturday with Prince Hal as well.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
All right, there's Doc Moore, Bob McClure, Bo Jangles, who improves to a perfect 4 for 4 as he captures this OSS Gold.